Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y.
And I'm Amy with an I.
I wasn't sure when to come in there. Plus, I'm taking a selfie and texting my mom at the same time. So
Oh my gosh, you're so professional. This is
I am
amazing.
multitasking. But I have to take my selfie before I forget.
I already took my selfie and I already tagged you in it.
Mm-hmm. And I moved a whole bunch of stuff around in the store today. So now my mom is texting me while I'm trying to do this saying, "Where did you put the batteries?"
They're in my vibrator.
Like I would use a vibrator with batteries. They're all rechargeable now. Welcome to the 24th century. Which one are we in? I don't even know.
21st still.
I may or may not have purchased, maybe you've seen it around the adult novelty stores. They make this thing where you can clone.
Oh, yeah.
You know where I'm going with this. Your significant other's genitalia and turn it into a toy.
Did he do it for you?
No, it's sitting there waiting to be done.
You're going to have to do it for him.
Yeah, we'll get it done. And then I'm going to make popsicles out of it because I'm a monster.
Please don't send me pictures of you eating the popsicle.
Oh, I have to. So.
I know you're going to.
You shouldn't have told me you thought it was creepy. Speaking of creepy, I bought a bearded dragon yesterday.
Like the animal?
Mm-hmm.
Or like a dude?
The animal.
Oh, okay.
I don't have him yet. I had to have him wait at the pet store until Friday because I have to get the habitat set up. But I'm naming him Drogon. He's adorable. He is a rescue, and I'm pretty sure he has ADHD. So I think we're going to get along like gangbusters.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I want a pet. Like, I miss having a pet. I don't want to get cats because I live in a 1-bedroom apartment now.
Yeah.
So
they take up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gross. I thought about a parrot. I actually filled out the other day. I was in the process of filling out an adoption form because there is a Twin Cities parrot rescue, and I had looked on their website. There was this adorable green parrot named Jakey, who had lived with a single woman for 27 years, and she died. So really, he needed like another single woman to live with. No pets, right? Perfect. And how cool would it be to have a fucking parrot on my shoulder? Like, I was filling out the form.
Birds are so gross.
And I told my son what I was doing, and he looked at me and said, "Mom, you are not ready for a parrot."
You're not. They take a lot of work.
You're just not. Do you know anything about parrots, Mom? You need to do more research because you are just not ready for that. And I'm like, okay. He used my own logic against me because every time he wants to get a pet, I'm like, you need to do some more research and learn about it first. He's like, "Do you even know how often they poop, Mom?" Like every 15 minutes. You do not want a parrot. They live forever. They're high maintenance. So then I'm like, he's probably right. And then I went back to my idea of bearded dragon because Aaron has a bearded dragon and I've heard they're a cool low maintenance pet.
Yeah.
So I started thinking about it and I'm like, well, I don't want to get a baby because then, I don't know. I want one that's already big and can sit on my shoulder like a parrot. So we have a reptile place in town that is owned by a really knowledgeable woman who knows a lot about reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm just going to go down there and see what they have. And I get there and there is one almost adult bearded dragon for $40. He was a rescue.
Wow.
And he was like frantically trying to get out of the enclosure, just like going back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. Like
You're like,
ADHD
I
dragon.
feel you. Yeah.
Right. So I took him out and she's like, yeah, you can hold him. So I picked him up, put him on my shoulder, and he just like chilled there. And we walked around the store and he just sat there. And then for a while, he like burrowed his head into my hair. Like I had my hair down and he just kind of nestled into my
Aw.
hair and he just sat there and I pet him. And then I held him and looked at him and he just looked at me and we looked in each other's eyes and he was like, it was adorable. A few times he tried jumping off my back and I'm like, nope, gotcha. Grabbed him real quick, put him back. Then he was
Yeah.
cool. Like, I get this guy. I need him. So I left because I'm like, nope, I'm going to leave him here. I'm going to go make an adult decision. And I have this glass display case that used to be in the store, but I replaced it with a better antique one.
Okay.
But I was like, holy shit, I have this entire glass enclosure in a storage unit. I could bring that bitch in here and make it the coolest fucking lizard enclosure ever. I could put my TV on top of it, get rid of the thing my TV is sitting on. It would be the focal point of the living room.
That's cool.
So then I ran it by the boyfriend because I'm like, I know I'm in an ADHD, like manic, but like, this seems like a great idea. And he's like, no, that's actually a really cool idea. You should totally do that. I'm like, all right. So then he went back to the lizard place with me to meet this bearded dragon. He's like, oh, he's actually really cool. Maybe I should get one too.
You can get friends.
Well, you can. They don't recommend that. You cannot house them together. If it's two males, they'll kill each other. If it's a male and a female, the male will breed the woman to death. It's just a whole thing.
Sounds familiar.
So, like, he could get one. They could not live together, but we could each ride around with one on our shoulders. That'd be cool. But anyway, so when I went back, I'm like, fuck it, I'm like, if I pay for him now, can you guys keep him here for a few days so I can get his enclosure situation sorted out? And they're like, oh yeah, totally. So I paid the money and he is there now until Friday.
That's very cool.
So another gentleman caller that I had for a while has an entire enclosure, heating lamp, UV, like the whole setup for one, because he had gotten a lizard for his children, but then that lizard died and he was like, geez, fuck this, I'm not getting another one. So he's got all the stuff and he's like, you can just have it for free. It's like $400 worth of shit, just take it. So I'm gonna go pick that up tomorrow night, so I have everything I need, and then I'll put him in the smaller enclosure for now and then work on the big one. It's gonna be amazing. He's gonna have little climbing stair things like Donkey Kong. It's gonna have multiple levels. It's me, so it's gonna be really, really extra. So super excited. I'm naming him Drogon because I am a basic Game of Thrones bitch, and I'm hoping as he rides on my shoulder, I can teach him how to breathe fire onto my enemies. So I mean, to work with me. That seems reasonable,
that's a good
right?
try. Yeah,
it's a dragon. That's science. I was led to believe that dragons breathe fire. So
no, I don't see where you're wrong.
There's no reason that he couldn't, right?
No.
I mean, he didn't do it in the store when he was on my shoulder.
That's because he was indoors. He was being polite.
And I never said Dracarys, to be fair. So I feel like if he's on my shoulder and I just go, Dracarys, it's going to take care of all kinds of problems for me. So that's been my week. How about you?
Yay. Oh, my week's been super fun. Everything has been just a joy.
Everything's fantastic and good.
Yeah, everything's good. I went to therapy today and she kicked my ass as she always does. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have more
therapist. Yeah.
She's so mean. She's like, I'm going to be blunt. I'm like, you weren't before. And she was like, no,
my therapist just validates all my decisions.
No, mine does not.
And is like, you should totally do that thing you want to do. And I'm like, thank you. And she's just like, yes, you're doing everything right. It's amazing.
Mine does that too. But then she's also like, Amy, do you hear what you're saying? I'm like, I hear it. And she's like, I've heard you say this before for years, more than once. I'm like,
but this is different.
Feel like you're being nice to me right now.
You're being a little bit of a bully.
I'm not paying you to be mean to me. Frankly,
I'm paying you to fix my problems in the easiest way possible.
We were talking about internal trauma. That's like the way you see yourself in your developmental years, like when your brain is just developing, the formative years, the first like 5 or 6 years of your life, you take things very personally. So if you see something happen or if you get in trouble, it's because everybody hates you or whatever. Like you take things very personally. But the way we shape ourselves then kind of impacts the way we make decisions the rest of our lives. And so she's like, hey, just check in with that feeling. I'm like, can I just throw drugs at it? And she was like, Amy,
is that not right?
That's what I'm doing. She's like, no, you have to sit with it and you actually have to feel the feelings. I'm like, that sounds dumb. Like all of this sounds dumb.
Thanks.
Hard pass. Yeah. So I had this weird like memory. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's a bad memory or a good memory or just a random memory. Because especially from the younger years, we don't remember things in storyline. We don't remember stories. No. We remember fragments and then they're all just kind of thrown in a jar and shaken up. So I kept having this random memory of a bowling alley daycare.
What? That sounds amazing, but go on.
Does it though, or does it sound sketchy? So I kept remembering it. And so I was talking to my therapist about it. I was like, I don't remember it being like a bad thing, like something bad happened to me there. It was kind of like maybe people weren't nice or I saw something that wasn't good there.
Right.
It was like discomfort, but not like a yikes thing. So
sorry, I'm taking a million selfies. Keep going.
That's fine. I only take one selfie and just go with it.
Okay.
You know, some of us genetically are just blessed. I'm kidding. I'm just genetically blessed with an ingrown filter. So actually, I'm just impatient. I'm like, yep, that's good enough. Whatever.
Yep, you got it. Bowling alley daycare.
So I called my brother and I was like, hey, do you remember this? And he was like, no, don't remember. I'm like, dang it, because he's younger than me. So if I was young and I was trying to remember if it was before we moved to Texas or after. And so I'm like trying to remember. And so I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to call my mom. I'd already gone to therapy. So I was like, might as well call my mom. So I called her and I asked her and she was like, oh yeah, months. She was like, from October to like January or something, you went a couple times a week, but then for 6 weeks, it was twice a week during the day also. Yeah. Bowling alley daycare.
So this was like a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Offered daycare.
Yeah. For people that were in the leagues. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to bowl while you were there, right?
I didn't. I was a child. I was a tiny baby.
What's the point of being there then?
Inside, my mom joined. It was for the parents. So, but when you go inside the bowling alley, there was like a snack area, and then there was this long dark hallway and a door at the end of the hallway. That's where it was at. So, I don't remember liking it. Probably because it was sketch. But I don't remember anything bad or anything like that. I was just kind of like weirded out by it. I was like, why am I randomly remembering?
Okay, I'm going to do the meta selfie thing where I take a picture of me in the screen because I like that picture better.
Yeah. Okay.
This is professional level podcasting.
Oh my God. So we also went to Skepticon.
We did.
And it was fun this year. Well, I was sick as fuck, but it was fun overall. I had migraine so bad. I had such a bad migraine that I was literally
lame as fuck the whole time.
I was lame as fuck the whole time. Every time I stood up, I thought I was going to throw up. And like 264th Rich was so nice to me. And he gave me migraine pills and
I mean, he was a little bitch the whole time. I had to go get him ibuprofen. He was like, my allergies.
You didn't bring me ibuprofen. I don't
feel good.
He was giving me Imitrex though, so it's fine. Like,
he gave you Imitrex?
Maybe. He gave me some migraine pill.
Could be.
I don't know.
I usually have Imitrex. I had to go get him ibuprofen. I had to like borrow it from Lauren, I think.
Oh, she just gave me weed.
I don't know. He was like, I'm just going to suffer. And I'm like, I guarantee somebody at this fucking conference has some fucking ibuprofen. So I put in a message and Lauren's like, yeah, I'll go get it. I'm like, cool, thank you.
She hooked me up with drugs, which are legal.
Men don't know how to ask for help, I feel like.
I do. I walked over there. I was like, does anyone have anything that will make me, if I either get rid of this migraine or make it so I don't care about this migraine? And she was like, mango habanero gummy. It was so good. It was like spicy, but it was super good. Super
How about
good.
that? More selfies.
Oh my God.
How about that meal we had with Willis though?
So good. I wish I hadn't been so sick. I was just sick the whole weekend.
I'm really pissed off that none of us got pictures with them.
I'm so
blaming
mad.
you. Let's blame Rich.
Because I was the grown up. I know I was the grown up there. I should have. I'm usually the one that
You're the one
makes
that's always
sure.
taking the picture, so I don't think about it because you were going to do it. So
I was so sick. I was in the car, like trying not to die. And then I sat in the lobby, and I seriously felt like I was like horrible, and I felt like I was like awful, and I looked like garbage. And those pictures are so cute from the lobby.
They are adorable.
And I seriously felt like you know, when you feel so sick and then you're mad that you're still cute. Do you know what I mean?
Kind of, yes.
Like, it's like if you hurt somewhere and there's not like a giant bruise on you, you're like, but it hurts. Like, I don't understand why there's not an indication. Like, no one feels sorry for me if there's not an indication that I'm in pain. Like, it has to be some kind of like throbbing, targeted thing, like this elbow hurts. But no, it's just. So that's how I looked at those pictures. I was like, God damn, you can't tell how I was miserable. I hadn't slept. I'd been in 2 airports. I'd just flown.
Yeah.
Although the lady next to me thought she said, we're about the same age. And I was like, how old are you? And she was like 29. I was like, what? Yeah, we're exactly the same age.
Oh my God. And you got stuck in St. Louis forever.
12 hours.
Holy shit. What happened? There was no plane?
No, the plane was there. The plane had been there since the night before.
What?
So what happened was they were waiting for a part to get shipped from Chicago.
No.
Because St. Louis is not an American Airlines
There
hub.
were no other planes?
No other planes.
They had one plane.
One plane that was flying from St. Louis to Dallas.
Holy shit.
My flight was supposed to leave at 7 a.m. because remember I went to go change my flight before the night before, and I was like, "Fuck, it's 7 a.m. I'm not going to move it to that one because I was supposed to leave at 10." I was on the 10:30 flight, which is a different plane, a different flight.
So you could have gotten home
hours before, which made me so mad at myself. But I bumped it to noon because I was like, I just want to sleep. I want to sleep a little more. Yeah. So it was supposed to leave. It was a 7 a.m. flight that they bumped to noon because they thought that would be enough time. And so I caught just that part of it. I got there at like 10:30 or 11. I got there right at around then. And then I hung out at the airport and they kept changing. Like you'd see that 15 minutes to load. There's no flight. There's no plane. Like everybody's looking outside and we're like, everybody's sitting down like, sure. There's no flight. There's no plane. So we're all sitting down and we keep seeing it tick down. And then we see it bump to like from noon, it bumped to like 3. And then it bumped to like 4. And then it would be like 3:45. It would like just little increments and then big jumps, like from 3:45 to 5. And you're just like, oh my God. And then they would say, you know, the customer service ladies were over there, but then they left because they were like, we can't, like they did the vouchers. They gave everybody food vouchers or whatever. I didn't do it because I didn't want to leave. I was just sitting there. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. And because I was worn out. I was so tired from that weekend. So we're all just sitting there hanging out. And then the flight attendants come over because they thought, okay, the plane's here. They come over and everybody starts harassing them. So they moved over to like down the hallway to the next terminal, like down and over, like away from us. And then the pilots are over there too. And then finally it gets to the point where the pilots and everybody's just hanging out with us because there weren't any angry people and all of the people that wanted to change flights had already done it. So everybody there is just kind of, we're just all hanging, or we can't because mine was non-refundable because we're all the poor people. So we're all just hanging out and cool. But the fucking pilot wouldn't get matching face tattoos with me to commemorate.
That is so rude.
I thought so. I was like,
too.
I was like, hey, so I felt so bad for the guy because he was supposed to be on the 7 a.m. flight. This was the end of his week. He was supposed to take the 7 a.m. flight to get home by 10 a.m. He lives in Naples, just outside of Miami. So he was going to fly from from St. Louis to Dallas and then from Dallas to Miami and then drive 2 hours or an hour or something to Naples. So he got home super fucking late instead of like noon like he was supposed to.
Ooh.
He was supposed to get home like at the latest 1:30 or something because he was supposed to be like
kids.
Yeah, he has 2 kids. I know everything about these people now because I spent 12 hours with them.
And he wouldn't get a face tattoo?
Not a matching face tattoo.
Rude.
I was like, how many times has your flight been bumped for 12 hours? And he was like, I mean, it doesn't happen often. It's like, and you don't want a commemorative face tattoo.
Yeah. I'd be pissed off.
I was like, I'm not shaming you,
but I'm shaming you.
Yeah, I know everything about everybody. Like, I know the guy that was his wife was on another flight. They were traveling to Brazil to take his kids home, like back to meet his family. Like, yeah, I know.
My flight. So I woke up Sunday morning thinking that I was just horribly hungover, which I'm sure I probably was, but also 100%. I had COVID, as it turns out.
You were still drunk when I left.
Yeah, I was still drunk the next morning. So I wasn't just hungover, I was still drunk, but I felt like shit. And so I'm like, I gotta
so
get
surprised
home.
I didn't get COVID.
Nobody got COVID except me. I haven't heard from anybody else in the conference.
So Amy,
who had COVID
this
except
bitch,
me,
shared my room. She got super drunk one night. She was like, Amy, Amy. She's talking into my mouth like a toddler who thinks that's where I hear from.
Rich and I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. We sat this close to each other at tiny little tables, conversing the whole time. I wouldn't even eat breakfast. I just sat there watching him eat breakfast, and we chatted. He didn't get COVID. So nobody got COVID except me.
There was one point where I sent. This was clearly my mistake. I sent you to get me a glass of water. You come back with double fisting, and I'm like, okay, one's a Riesling, one's clearly a glass of wine and a glass of water, and you put it down, and I was like, oh, is that your water? And you go, no, we're sharing. And you like,
you drank out of my drinks and everything. Like,
I drink. That's what I'm saying is I drank out of your drink, but I had just had COVID the end of June-ish or early July. So I think I was still within that time period where I'm still, or I've had it so many, because I've had it 2.5 times now. So I'm wondering if maybe I've built up an immunity or something.
I assume I got it at the airport on the way to St. Louis.
Yeah.
I had to have, because that's the most likely place to get it. And the whole week before that, I was out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, North Dakota.
People have COVID
with my boyfriend. He never got COVID. Like, nobody else had COVID. So I had to have gotten it at the airport on the way to St. Louis, which would make sense because then it had a few days to incubate, right? Before I had any symptoms, because I had no symptoms until Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I get home and I'm like, oh man, I kind of just feel shitty. Like, this is gotta be more than hungover. Like, this is
still isolated just in case, because I was like, there's no way I don't have it. There's no way I don't have it.
So yeah. So then as soon as I got home, I took a test right away. Just boop. Yep. I'm like, are you fucking
I kept popping negative. I was like, how?
Yeah. Rich kept sending me pictures of his
I was too.
tests.
Well, he'd send them to me first and say, Amy's immune system, Amy's weak, and her stock is weak, and her whole line is weak.
Totally. How did Lois not get it? I hung out with Lois.
I hung out with Lois. Yeah, I know.
Lois and I had a dinosaur orgy together. Like, I spent so much time this close talking to Lois.
Please don't freeze with that face, Amy.
Nothing.
I froze.
Oh God, no.
The face I froze on was like,
oh my God.
No, that's when I knew it was time to leave the prom, was when you and Lois were riding dinosaurs. So I've been talking to this really cute girl, and I sent her a picture from Skepticon with me and all the drag nuns. And it was the full body shot, and I don't tell people how tall I am. And she was like, is that an optical illusion?
Tall.
I'm tiny. And she was like, is that an optical illusion? Or are they tall? I'm like, okay, they are tall and they're wearing platform shoes, but also I'm super small. I'm also super short, like super short.
I showed that picture. I was showing pictures from the thing to
It's such a good picture of me with the drag
nuts. Literally, he saw the picture and he's like, holy shit, she's short. I'm like, I told you.
I'm so short. Like, I'm the size of a doorknob. Yeah. Basically, I'm tiny.
You're Danny DeVito short. That's what you always say.
Thank you. No.
I think that's your catchphrase. You always say, I'm Danny DeVito short.
Why are you gaslighting me? Oh my God.
That's what you say all the time. I
literally never said that.
You've said that many times.
I say I'm a hobbit.
No. I've known you for a long time, and I've heard you at least twice say, I'm Danny DeVito short.
I think I'm shorter than Danny DeVito.
You might be. But
I'm probably Rhea Perlman short.
Could be. I don't know. I think isn't Rhea Perlman taller? Okay.
The problem is, well, not the problem. So I'm super, super tiny, but then I'm like all tit.
Yeah. So it makes up for it.
Does it?
Totally, yeah.
It means I don't have to have a personality, which is actually really great.
So should we talk about William? William Banks.
I didn't talk to
At
William.
Skepticon.
I told him I was raised in a cult and I could see through his bullshit.
I don't think he got COVID either, that fucker.
He should have.
Although I blamed it on him publicly on Instagram because I thought it would be funny.
Did he care? No,
I doubt it. And more than a few people were like, how do you know he's the one that gave it to you? I'm like, I don't. It's a joke. I'm blaming him because it's funny. If I just specifically go with that guy gave me COVID.
Well, I spent you have videos, you have some drunken videos of you.
I do. Oh, I did send those, by the way. I didn't think I sent them. I did send them to the boyfriend.
And I'm in the background saying the same thing I'd been saying to you all weekend, and you're just like, I know. Yeah, totally, Amy. Which is
looking at the camera going,
But the thing is I still felt supported.
I know.
And I love that for me.
That's because I said, do you want me to murder him for you?
Which is always nice.
I rewatched the video and you were like, you always offer and it's so nice.
So sweet.
But no. And I'm like,
I was sober the whole weekend, which is really sad for me.
I was not. I was drunk the entire time.
And that's usually me. You know, that's usually me.
Yeah. We've definitely done a role reversal in the past couple of years, I feel like. Because if you remember correctly, when this show started, I was the sober
I was getting
one.
the drunk. I was getting the divorce.
I was married. I was sober. I never drank. You were the slutty, divorced, drinking whiskey every episode person.
Okay, I'm literally still drinking whiskey right now.
And I feel like at this point I've just got my Riesling. We have fully changed roles.
Oh, I mean, Amy, do you want me to send you the pictures I took last night?
No, I don't at all.
Okay.
Please don't. Please, God, don't.
Yeah, he's on your shit list anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be because you need.
Okay.
Listen, we talked about this because we can't see red flags, so we have to have friends that see them for us.
So
and keep the people on the shit
therapy
list.
is helping me understand. So the thing I'm working out in therapy is, well, there's a couple of things. Like, why am I so terrified of being unattached at all? Like, there's something in me that's like completely scared.
Because you've been attached your whole life.
Well, and I've never been alone. My brother's 15 months younger than me.
I won't even charge you money for that. I'll just tell you it's because you've never been alone.
We talked about that, but then we started talking about bowling alley sketchy things. And I don't know. My parents left me with anybody that was in the church, basically, because they trusted them. They were inherently trusted, which is a whole other thing of, and we talked about it with Ocean too. Like, there's an inherent trust of people that are in religion, especially people in authority in religion. And usually it's okay, but sometimes they take advantage of that. So
there's that. I don't know where we were going with this, but you keep going.
Yeah. So no, it's something in me that's scared of making changes at all because of this. And so I'm talking about her with that. Like, what am I gaining? So, and she was like, that's a great question. I was like, no, you're supposed to tell me.
Right. You're supposed to fix it for me.
Can you please tell me? Or just tell me what drugs to throw at it because I have, I know people. And she was like, stop. She was like, I was like, is this something? She was like, well, you have to feel the feelings. And I'm like, is that something that psilocybin will do? And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, because I'm down with that. Like, I am.
See, I feel like I've got the
weekend.
Yeah. I want to do some mushrooms.
Okay.
The next time we're together.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, really, Amy?
If nothing else, next year at Skepticon, it is going to be mushroom.
Oh, no, not doing that at Skepticon. That sounds awful. No.
Okay, then you're going to have to fly here.
I'll fly.
October, it'll be the 2nd anniversary of the last time you were here.
Okay, I can do that.
Aaron's got a house now. It's not nearly as big, but we can cram into that.
Can we complain the whole time?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to be like,
I do. I'm going to nonstop.
What the fuck is this? Are these stairs?
Yes. I mean, you could stay in my teeny tiny apartment. It's adorable.
I have a really cute bougie apartment.
Like a little elf apartment. I have my bedroom
elf apartment. Do your parents have an apartment in Dallas for me?
No.
They probably do. You don't know about it.
My current bedroom.
They told their favorite kid, not you.
Yeah, I know. It's a boudoir, I call it, because it is decorated like.
I know it looks great.
French hooker from the 1600s.
I would love that. That's like.
I love it. It's
okay.
Fantastic.
When I get my bog witch house, can you come decorate it with me?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would love it. You haven't seen it yet. I haven't sent a picture. I now have a thing mounted on my wall with all my tiaras. My tiaras are on display.
I'm taking them to a party next weekend.
Above my TV. It's so great.
Oh, so my friend, did you watch Letterkenny?
A couple episodes.
So I love
the gist of it.
I got into Letterkenny. Well, I watched it and then I was like,
the third episode,
and then I pulled back. But then people were like, no, you have to watch it because people were like, no, it's so great. So finally, Callie actually talked me into it, our friend of the show. Mm-hmm. And so I finally watched it, and it's heartwarming. But they have this friend, he was raised by a single mom. And she just ordered this birthday kit, but she didn't do like the gender checking or whatever. So he was like 10 years old and he had like a unicorn birthday party. Right.
I saw that episode.
And so every year he has the softest birthday party.
Yeah, softest birthday party.
So my friend is turning 40 next week. And so they're having the softest party ever.
Oh, I love that.
And they're not going to listen to the show. I got them. So on Temu, they have those LED wings, like the fairy wings.
Oh, yeah.
Like light up in their rainbow.
Order some next year for Skepticon.
I just got them for their birthday, and I am so excited. I told them, I was like, I can't tell you, but oh my God. And then just randomly, I got them like this plushy unicorn that you unzip, and it's full of it has 3 babies inside of it. But then they asked me to bring all my crowns. That's why I remembered. I was like, yeah, I'll bring my crowns.
My twin nieces were here a few days ago.
That's why we didn't record that day.
And they love my fancy stuff. They love my apartment. So they spent a solid at least half an hour just in my bedroom looking at all of my bling.
Were they taking your hair?
Touching it and like putting on crowns.
Oh, I give my nieces crowns. I do give my nieces crowns.
Like I have this little light up tree thing, and I have clip earrings and like dress clips and shit in it. There's just bling everywhere. And they were just like, it's so fancy. So their birthday party is this weekend. I'm going to go to it down in the cities, the St. Paul metro area. So for their birthday, they won't watch this either. Here's what I got them for their birthday this weekend. Best time ever. So I ordered them both a tiara.
Obviously.
And I got 2. They're matte. At first I'm like, I should get one this color. And then I'm like, no, I found some that were like rainbow colored. So they're multiple colored gems.
Perfect.
So I got them each the same one because they're both multicolored. I got them individual name necklaces. So the necklaces that because I've realized they're turning 11, but I still can't tell them apart. This way.
What?
They're identical twins.
Oh my gosh, I could tell my nephews apart. I have identical twin nephews.
That often. I don't see them that often. And they look So
there's got to be something.
No, there is nothing. And I'm like, how did I not
my
think
nephew
of this before? I got them.
There was a swirl.
With their names on them.
One of them, the head swirl was right in the middle, and one was slightly to the side.
These bitches are identical, and they're not even identical twins. They're fraternal twins.
Can your brother tell them apart?
Oh yeah, so can my mom. My mom can tell them apart. I cannot tell them apart. In fact, I told them, I'm like, I'm gonna need one of you to cut your hair again, because for a while one of them had short hair and one had long hair.
Can you give one like a cool scar, like a face scar?
That's a good idea, but
like jagged.
I got name necklaces.
That's fair.
They're gonna want to wear them every time I'm around
because
they're cool. Aunt Amy got them for them.
That's
fair. Gonna have their names right on their neck, and I'll be like, oh, I can tell you. So I got those, and then I also got them the crowns, the necklaces, and then I also ordered them little plushies of one of them wants a spider monkey. That's her favorite animal. She wants a spider monkey. So I got her a spider monkey plush. The other one likes polar bears, so I got her a polar bear. So they're gonna be awesome. I took them to the zoo with my younger son at the beginning of the week on Monday. We went to the local zoo.
You go to the zoo in August?
Yes, because this is Minnesota. So
it's 104.
It's like maybe 80 tops, 75-ish. So we go to the zoo. I have a video of these two. They love monkeys. So there was a monkey cage, and we were looking at it, and one of the monkeys had a baby monkey on its back, and these two lost their fucking minds. So I had to take a video of it, and the whole video is just them going, ah! And they have like the highs.
Oh my gosh.
And they were almost crying. They were so excited at the cuteness. It was adorable. So I recorded that, and that's why I had to get them a spider monkey. But anyway, so yeah,
I love that.
They love how fancy I am. Nobody else appreciates my fancy.
I like how fancy you are.
My boyfriend won't let me wear tiaras out in public with him.
Why?
He gets embarrassed. He thinks it's embarrassing
He's
for a
embarrassing.
47-year-old to wear a crown out in public.
Whatever.
I think he's crazy. We're going to the Renaissance Festival.
No one is looking at you. No one cares.
Well, they're all looking at me because I'm adorable.
Yes, but you are enjoying your life. Who gives a fuck?
Look at how great do I look?
That's amazing.
In this. Thank you. Granted, the vision of myself that I'm looking at in the computer is slightly filtered, and I look very. You can't see the 47 years on my face here.
I look exactly 29.
You do. Well, you are 29.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think the filters actually just kind of like they actually borrow from me.
Yeah,
to up their the AI filters are learning from my skin.
I feel like the Riesling,
as I have like a pimple right here.
I feel like with the Riesling, I can look at myself and be like, "Oh, look at you,
damn girl!
Gorgeous.
Hey, that crown go all the way down." I don't know what that means. I love bad pickup lines. So I was talking to the cute girl I'm talking to, and I was like, she was like, "Is this going to turn into a porno?" I was like, "Hey, girl, do your pipes need cleaning?" It's 104. Nothing is
embarrassing. Yeah, no.
Gross.
So this last weekend,
no one even hugs me during the summer.
Ick. I wouldn't hug you normally, but so last weekend,
you just offered to murder people for me.
That's different. I don't.
And I tell you, people are on my shit list.
I'm just saying. Someday there will be a great Dateline episode where some actress is going to have to wear tiaras to reenact murder. So.
I'm going over there tonight. I'm just telling you.
I'm not, so I don't have to murder anybody. So that's good.
For the first time since June.
But you know what? You're not going to have to murder anybody either who's in my apartment right now.
I don't have to.
No, because you're not here. That was okay. So I had a story.
It's not on my shit list. I just see all the red flags you don't.
You did call my last boyfriend Captain Red Flag.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. I mean, he was. Was I wrong?
No, you were not wrong.
Okay, Amy, you're like, well, he's still married, but no.
Oh my God. You want to hear something funny? So the Kate Spade purse that he bought me.
I love Kate Spade.
Oh. I sold that at the store, right? Yeah, this woman came in today at the end of the day, and she was carrying my Kate Spade purse, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is your purse." She's like, "My mom bought it at your store from you, but I loved it so much that I got her to give it to me, and now she wants it back, and I won't give it to her because I love it."
Don't give it to her.
That's what happened to my Kate Spade purse. So I'm keeping the dress forever, though.
The dress is amazing.
So great. I love it.
Yeah.
This boyfriend was like, "You should burn that dress," and I'm
like, "Why is he so jealous? Did he pee around you too?"
So jealous.
He scratches balls and pee on you.
It's a good idea. I should tell him. He thinks
men
are
just
out of burlap. It's not. It's an amazing.
That's an amazing dress. You can just move the fuck on.
Fucking great, and it's got pockets. Oh my God, Amy! I made the best dress purchase.
Okay.
You have. I was gonna wear it for this episode.
I just live in rompers and shirts that say.
But I was late. I bought a dress.
All tits, no brains.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
I went to the local thrift store down the road from me, right? That has clothes. It's a Christian shop and they play Christian music, but whatever.
Because your friend closed his store.
What?
That used to have the clothing store.
That doesn't exist. So anyway, the one down the road, I went in there the other day. I found a green, which is my favorite. Green dress. It's like strapless, but it's convertible. So you pull. It's got these like chiffon pieces you pull up, and you can make it a halter dress. Awesome. So it ties behind your neck and has the flowy thing. It fits me perfectly. It's got a built-in bra, so you don't.
Can I borrow it?
And it gets better. Guess what it has?
Pockets.
It has motherfucking pockets. I brought it home. I put it on, and I was like, "This is the greatest dress
I've ever owned in my entire life."
Yes, it's a bridesmaid dress. I looked it up. It's from Birdie something or other.
That's
Birdie,
awesome.
I don't know.
So you're gonna wear it to
bridesmaid. It's like a David's Bridal online. I'm thinking so. Yeah, I was like, do I wear this to work? Where do I? It's way
We
too
need
fancy
to
work.
attend more places that have proms.
I need a better lifestyle. I keep saying this. It's why I hung on to the rich guy longer than I should have.
understand.
because
I
didn't
am not
want
knocking that.
lifestyle.
I was hoping he'd build you a house.
I have
I was
so
waiting
many
for you to
questions.
write it out to build a house. Will he
Yeah,
build me a house? I will send him
right.
pictures.
Maybe it's worth a shot.
I won't fuck him though, because I didn't think he was
You
cute.
don't want to. He's not, but he had a lot of money that he wanted to spend on.
Although I did go out on a date a couple weeks or the other day with someone that was like, how much do you have to finish your degree? This much? Oh, that's not a big deal. And I'm like, hey, excuse me. What was that? Keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, I'm not going to date someone just because they'll pay for my degree.
Mm-hmm.
But
or would you? Listen, I'm just saying my ethics have gotten a lot squishier since I got divorced.
So that's what I was talking about with my therapist today is why am I so scared? Like, what am I gaining by not being, by being scared to like be my bog witch self that I know I am? Like deep in my heart, I know I'm seriously just like a solo bog witch. Like, I don't understand why I'm
Me
like
too.
not.
I feel like I'm the opposite though. I'm not terrified of being alone. I am terrified of being with someone.
I'm the other way.
I'm terrified of not being alone. I'm terrified of commitment. I'm terrified of like, and I think that's just.
Oh, I'll commit to everything. I'll be, oh yeah, totally.
Real?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm afraid
sign this. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm at the point where I'm just like, oh,
that's where I should be. I should be there.
No, but I'm at an unhealthy level of like, nope, don't want to commit to anything ever again. Just never going to do it. No.
Is that why you're self-sabotaging, or is that for your therapist to tell you later?
I mean, my therapist is just going to tell me that all my decisions are amazing.
You need a new therapist then.
No, she's the shit. I love her. She's so great.
Okay.
Jennifer's amazing. Thank you very much.
Becky hurts my feelings.
I love Jennifer. She agrees with everything. And
Becky disagrees with everything I do.
Speaking of which, my schmishmorshe just got finalized.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was talking to my therapist about that because when we had our first Zoom hearing, everything was going great. And I was telling the judge, like, yeah, we agree. Everything's great. We agree on everything. And he's like, yep, we agree on everything. Everything's fine. Just sign this bitch. We'll be done. And she was like, cool. Everything sounds good. Is your child on any form of government assistance?
Exactly. That's important.
And I was like, well, he is on Medicaid. And she was like, oh, yeah. So if your child is on any sort of means-tested government assistance, then the county gets to step in and have a say over whether your divorce is equitable or not. They can come in and be like, oh, no, we don't think that the agreement that you two agreed to is actually equitable, so we're going to fuck up your divorce.
So
there were a few weeks where I was like, are you fucking... And I went and talked to Jennifer, my therapist, about it. And she was like, no, shut the fuck up. Like, she was just fully... It's like going to therapy with you, basically.
That's not okay. My life is
so great.
Up.
Like, so she was just like,
not great.
What? They can do what? That is not okay.
And I get all angry for you, and then I'm like, I'm hungry. Where's my snack?
And I'm like, this is why people are fucking Republicans, because of this kind of bullshit. Because the government can just be like, oh, you want to get divorced? You've agreed on all the terms. You're getting along. Right. Fuck you. No, your child needs health care. We're just going to step in and be like, yeah. So there was about a month where I was like, this is just going to fuck up my entire divorce.
Like, this is fucked up.
But when I got home from Skepticon, I had a letter waiting.
You had COVID when you did it.
Yeah, I did. I had a package waiting for me because I hadn't heard anything from the county about like, hey, we want to fuck up your divorce.
Oh, that was from me. I'm sorry for what I sent you.
Yeah, I get it. So I had this package and it was like, hey, we need this information. Send it back to us by July 15th. And I'm like, July 15th? It's August almost. So I looked at the postmark. The postmark was July 24th. So social services sent me something that said, we need this by July 15th, but we're not going to mail it to you until July 24th. It was dated July 3rd, which means it sat on somebody's desk way too long and they fucked up.
Okay, so I did that too at my work. So
true. So when we had our second hearing, the judge was like, so did you hear anything from social services? And I'm like, well, I have this letter with this date and this post. And she's like, yeah, that's just whatever. She's like, I'm just going to sign off on it. She realized social services was being fucking ridiculous. So she was like, yeah, I'm not holding this up anymore. I'm just going to sign it. So then I'm like, cool, it's legal now. Then I get a phone call a week later. Hi, this is Danielle from Court Services. Neither of you actually signed these papers, so we need you to sign them.
No.
And I'm just like, I did it all online. How do you not have?
Because you have to let people sign things,
right? But how? You would think they would have some mechanism for. Okay, we're gonna let you do all the divorce shit online.
Right?
They don't send you like a thing that says, "Hey, also though, we need you to
physically sign it."
They don't. They don't.
No, they don't.
So the other day I had to go pick up and just to get into the courthouse to pick up the papers.
I hate the courthouse so much.
You have to go through the metal detector. You have to send your purse through the thing. You can't bring your cell phone. Just to walk down the hall, get a sheet of paper and walk back out.
I know.
Had to sign that, get him to sign it, then go back to the courthouse and just to drop it off, go back through the fucking metal detector, go back through the but
it's obnoxious.
Long story short, I dropped it off. Hopefully the judge signed it by now. Now I can start the long involved process of changing my fucking name in a million different places. So
you're going to change it to Amy with
a Y. Yes. So my legal name is with a Y.
So you're going to spell it correctly.
And then I'm going to legally change it to with an I. So
that makes sense. So
if people want to look for me online, look up Amy with an I and you'll find everything you need.
And send dick pics.
Mm-hmm. What side dishes did you get?
Don't you worry about it.
What side dishes did you get?
Not talking about it. He's on my shit list.
You're on Amy's shit list.
It's true.
And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see from here to the oven. It's like
don't let her go out in public in a crown. Does he say he doesn't give a fuck?
Do you know what he just said to you?
No. What did he say?
He said she lives in Texas, so she can suck my dick.
Oh, he wishes I would suck his dick.
You wish. That's what she said. He's ignoring that.
It's on my resume.
Because he's making me chicken Kiev right
That's
now.
Fine.
So,
That's fine.
But he won't tell me what side dishes, and I don't have my glasses. Is that corn on the cob?
No.
Damn it. Garlic bread. It's garlic bread. It's garlic bread.
I hate garlic bread.
Is it garlic bread?
White trash.
It's white trash.
He thinks everything's white trash. He thinks hot tubs are white trash.
Has he been to Mermaid Barbie's house?
Have you been to Mermaid Barbie's house?
Nothing about her
podcasting right here.
Nothing about her.
Have you been to Mermaid Barbie's house?
Yeah, I was there Saturday.
What?
Yeah, I had a party.
Barbie.
You were in her hot tub.
Oh, she's Mermaid Barbie.
That's what I call her.
Amazing fucking hot tub.
Am I wrong by calling her Mermaid Barbie?
No, you're not. Okay. And that hot tub.
I know.
Holy shit!
I was in the pool because the pool felt
huge,
like a hot tub.
And the hot tub rolls into the pool. Like
it fits 10 people. She counted.
Oh my god!
It was just 3 of us.
Will she adopt me? Can I move in with her?
Sure.
That fucking hot tub is baller.
It's in Texas though. You'll be white trash.
That's true. Well, everybody in Texas is white.
There's a whole lot more people here, so you can.
True. That's a good point. I do kind of live in the middle of fucking nowhere, but at least Erin's here, so
you can bring her with you.
Erin came over the other night with Leslie, and we had a corset party.
That sounds fun.
Leslie ordered a whole bunch of corsets because there was a sale.
Because she's Leslie.
She's Leslie. You could get like 6 for 1 corsets.
That sounds amazing.
She messaged me and Erin, and she was like, "Do you guys want a corset?" And we were like, "Fuck
yeah."
So she had them delivered, and then she came over, and we all tried our corsets on.
I would absolutely love that. I would totally do that.
It was fun, right? In my teeny tiny little apartment. So
sounds super fun.
Anyway,
all of my parties are hosted at a Mermaid Barbie's house.
I'm so jealous. I wish I had a Mermaid Barbie friend.
Yeah. Sorry.
So do we have anything interesting to talk about before I eat this chicken Kiev? Because it's
no. We talked about all the things.
Mm-hmm. Did we? Okay, so we talked about we went to Skepticon. I got divorced.
You got divorced. Therapy.
The zoo, tiaras, birthday parties.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Did we shit on Rich enough yet? Can I
Rich
tell you what a little bitch that guy is? When you are with him in person,
he's so nice.
all he does is whine and
He's
complain.
such a nice person. He is so nice. And I'm sorry, but John Willis is like the nicest human on the planet, and I want to hate him so badly.
I know.
But he's so incredibly sweet, and Dawn is so sweet.
And Dawn is even better. Dawn sent me her white chili recipe, and I'm going to make it because it sounds so good.
They're just such amazingly sweet people.
I want to just drive to St. Louis just to hang out with them. Like, I want to drive the 8 hours back. Let's just meet up there sometime. Okay, this will be easier.
Okay.
Than you coming here, me going there. We'll pick another random weekend.
Okay.
We'll both drive to St. Louis.
Okay, and hang out.
Or fly, I don't know. And hang out. We'll just stay at their house the whole weekend.
We'll just
we won't even ask.
We'll so high the whole weekend that we're gonna need parental guide.
You know they have enough room
Dawn can
there.
be our mommy. Yes. The whole weekend. Actually, no. Willis is gonna take care of us because we're gonna get Dawn high with us.
Yes.
So we're just gonna make them order us food.
Order pizza, that bubble pizza we got that first year.
Yeah, the first one.
We'll make fun of
not
John
the Nemos.
No.
Yeah, so then
the
they'll
first year we were
like droppers of water in our mouths so we can like not die of dehydration.
Yep, we'll hang out in their above ground pool and
I love their pool. Yeah.
Drink alcohol out of their basement fridge. It's gonna be so great. Oh my god. Can we just move in with them?
Sure.
I would totally live with
you. Text them that. Yeah, that's
I will. Just hey, can we just move in with you guys?
I don't want us to live in
We've decided we don't like our current lives. So we're gonna burn them down and we're just gonna move to St. Louis is really fucking cool, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Their mortgage is less than my rent too.
There's parts of it that are straight up trash, but
same with every city.
Right. There's some really cool parts of St. Louis, honestly.
Like I told them how much my rent is and Dawn almost fell over.
My rent, and granted, it's a teeny tiny one-bedroom apartment and my parents own it, but it is not even a quarter of what yours is.
I live in Dallas, though.
I live in rural fucking Minnesota, so there's a trade-off. You get to live with cool people in a big city. I live in the fucking middle of nowhere with a bunch of
live by. So if I get on my phone right now and get on Uber Eats, I live by everything you can think of.
We don't have Uber Eats. That's not a thing here. We don't have Uber.
I know. I tried when I was at Aaron's
house. We can't even go to the bar and both get
You don't have
together.
Uber?
No, we don't have Uber here.
I Uber everywhere.
I know. It's in Minneapolis. Here in rural Minnesota, there is no Uber. You still have to plan ahead your drinking because one of you can't get too drunk because you got to drive home.
Well, I do that anyway because it saves money, but I Uber a lot of places. Like when I had a flat tire last week when I had a dinner date.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I 100% Ubered to the date.
I can't do that.
And then he drove me home. Mm-hmm. I told him I didn't trust him to pick me up because he might murder me. Even though I've known him for like 11 years.
We have to rock, paper, scissors. Who's going to not drink as much?
It's never me.
To get from the bar back here. There's a bar just barely down the road that we can take. We took the golf cart there one night. It was so great.
All right. Do you have the patron list pulled up?
Fuck no. We have patrons still? I don't even know how to get to the patron.
Not as many as we used to.
I did this?
Okay, so for everybody that's listening,
are there people listening though?
Not tonight. But they will be. No, they're not listening while we're recording. So we are going to be recording every Monday.
Are we though?
Unless Amy backs out. If we don't, it's Amy's fault.
I thought we talked about like maybe twice a month.
Okay, every other Monday, right?
Every other Monday.
Every other Monday.
I can commit to every other Monday.
This is the first time
I have a busy fucking life. This is a business meeting right now.
It's not that busy.
It is.
Mine's busy too. Actually, my life is so busy.
Have very busy lives.
And I'm actually reapplying for a government job again. So, because they pay so well.
They pay well. I don't even have the Patreon.
It's okay.
Bookmark anymore.
We're gonna have to talk about Patreon too because they're about to fuck us over. Did you get that email? Well, Amy's gone. She apparently closed the thing. I'm gonna close out the show. It's been great. I'm super glad that we did this again, and I'm going to do the outro. Let me go ahead and pull it up.
Thanks to all of you motherfuckers who put up with the Amy's droning on week after week. If you enjoy their delightful bitchcraft, please follow them on all of the social medias and send them all of your money on Patreon or PayPal. You can find them on these platforms by using the Google machine. It's not hard. If you want to bitch with other fans about the show, join the Secret Soup Talk Facebook group. If you want to tell Amy and Amy to fuck off personally, you can send an email to secularsouppodcast@gmail.com, although it may go unanswered. Please rate and review the show on iTunes, Facebook, and wherever else you can review things like this. It will help spread the soup gospel far and wide. And hey, text someone right now. Tell your friends. As always, we'll leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick.
Secular soup greed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking, happiness. Minestrone, beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.